inside another dimension, face battling barbarians and evil magic on a quest for adventure in a maze of monsters. Once you get into it, you'll never be the same. Hero Quest. Now with 2 new adventure packs, the legend grows.
Hi, welcome to Not Your Mother's Hobbies. Today we are taking a little break from miniature painting to do an unboxing. I've got Against the Ogre Horde here. Took me a little while to get it, but we've got it, and we're going to crack this sucker open. It is brand new and sealed. Probably seen a lot of people online already do some unboxings of it, but I'm going to take my own stab at it. So let's get to it. Alright, so we got the box open now, and you can see on top we've got some tile sets, some tokens and tiles. This looks like the tournament, and then on the back we have a large room. Not sure what that one's going to be for, but we have some corpse tokens up there. I think those are lootable bodies to have during the tournament. So that one's really cool. Lots of oversized map tiles in this one, like more than before. Usually it's only small rooms. We have lots of large ones. These are really interesting here, very detailed, colorful. Some more large, maybe decorations or map tiles. Some of those looks like dungeons. I like this pit. These are some new token icons too. I'm not quite sure what they're for, but I think some of these are power-ups, like the golden skull tokens on the previous sheet. We got another one. This is an outdoors one. We don't really get a lot of outdoors tiles, so I'm kind of curious what this is for. You can see it's got an edge on one side and then not on the other. And then this cool magma pit. I'm hoping that there's rules for like pushing someone into it or something like that. That'd be really fun to get into. And adapting that as like maybe home rules for some of your home games, some of your custom campaigns, more interactable terrain or maps. I think that would be really fun too. So hopefully that's what's there. I haven't really checked it out yet. We got the quest book here. I'm not going to do very much spoilers. We're not going to look at any of the quests, and I'm just going to do a cursory glance of what's going on in here. So we have some of the new lore, some of the new rulings, because, we have new tiles, we have new traps, we have new enemies. There's multi-phase enemies, which is really cool. So you're going to have bosses or encounters that are a little video gamey and will change halfway through or when you do a certain amount of damage. We also, as you saw, I pointed out the ranged figures rules. So we have some ranged attack rules for the new guys. We also have the World's End Tournament kind of prequel camp and how you're going to set that up, how that's going to go. Yeah, here you can see we have combat tiles. Those are the new tokens for I believe there's some power-ups. And I believe this here is a quick reference sheet when running the tournament, because you're going to have a lot of figures out. I've glanced over it, and it's a lot of varying and different guys, and you're going to be popping them around and populating them, so having that as quick reference is handy. And then, of course, we have what the tournament includes. Overall, really good. Liking what I saw. Really liking the breadth of new rules in there. As well as new tiles. I think this one is going to be very fun to play through. I know that's very quick and cursory, but I don't want to do too much spoilers. We got some cards here. We have the Druid card. New Druids, male and female. You are the Druid, a woodland guardian and potent healer. You're a powerful physical combatant when under the effects of your shapeshift spell, but can be weakened when your resources are depleted. And these guys cannot wear any armor. We also have a wolf card, because they're going to have a companion, little summoned familiar guy. And then we have our new ogres. We got Ogre Mercenary, Ogre Warrior, looking pretty rad in there in the artwork. Ogre Commander, Ogre Champion, Ogre Lord, that's the big baddie. And now we have our ranged. We have the Orc Archer, Goblin Archer, Skeleton Archer, and onto the spells. Let's take a look here. We got Mind Lock. The attacker and defender each roll combat dice equal to their mind points. For each skull scored by the attacker, the defender is frozen for 1 turn. No skulls are scored against the defender. The spell has no effect. So a really powerful, paralyzing, multi-turn paralyzing spell here with Mind Lock. We have multiple copies of that one. We have tons of new spells. By tons, I mean a couple, but still lots of copies. So that deck is going to be pretty crazy. Next up we have Mind Burst. The attacker and defender each roll combat dice equal to their mind points. Whoever rolls the most skulls inflicts mind point damage to their opponent. The damage dealt is determined by how many more skulls the winner rolled than their opponent. Ooh, interesting. This means that you could actually damage the caster if you roll poorly. And lastly, we have Dominate. The attacker and defender each roll combat dice equal to their mind points. If the attacker scores at least 2 skulls, the spell succeeds. The attacker may immediately use the defender's movement and action. At the end of the attacker's turn, the spell ends. So a kind of mind control or charm spell that's going to cause your allies to become enemies. Also, very interesting, tricky, and going to make that very difficult to get through. We have new druid spells, or I guess druid spells to go with the druid. We're going to look over these. Really nice artwork on all these. Both the card backs and the card art are looking really great. So first up we have Shapeshift. This spell may only be cast on yourself. Shapeshift grants you 1 additional defense dice. When attacking an adjacent target, roll 1 additional attack die. The spell ends if you suffer any amount of damage. This spell restores if your body points return to full. That's actually really cool in that you can get your ability back by getting healed. I like that. I'm not sure if we've seen that before, but I really like that. Pixie. This spell conjures a woodland pixie who takes one of the following actions before disappearing. Restore to any one hero up to 2 body points, or reveal all traps and secret doors in any location you can see. That's an awesome utility. Kind of like the genie, but like more utility. Really like that. That's a cool spell. Life Force. This spell may be cast on any one hero, including yourself. The target immediately restores up to 4 lost body points, not exceeding their total. So again, just another healing spell. A little less utility there, but I like that the druid is more healing focused. More of a unique support caster, even though they only have, 3 spells. I still think that's a pretty unique way to play. But we're now going to take a look at the miniatures that come in the box. So let's crack it open. I know this is probably what everybody's been waiting for. In unboxing, this is what I'm waiting for. The miniatures. We have 2 flavors of orc here. We have a female orc archer. Looking pretty rad. I like the bow. Very primal, very kind of rugged and pointed and jagged, just like the other guys, the melee ones. We also have a male orc archer. Again, very jagged armor, rugged and rough. We have 2 flavors of goblin archer as well. One with a boomerang. This is the little male goblin archer. I like that they have different weapons on these guys. So this little dude with his oversized boomerang, looking a little Dennis the Menace. And then we have the female, which is the one on the card art. She has a bomb or a grenade. Again, very kind of tricksy goblin, or what we would think as is like a, mischievous goblin weapon. Pretty cool. We've got the skeleton archer. One flavor of these ones. I guess all their flesh is rotten off, so they don't need to have gendered sculpts. So we have 2 identical little skeleton archer guys. Regardless, they're looking pretty cool. I like their armor look, really matching the old dudes. Here we have our first of the Ogre Horde, the Ogre Mercenary. This dude is looking pretty sick. He's got some scars, got some little bits of armor all over, looking real thick, real chunk. Got a fearsome weapon, pointing out those scars. They're very deep mold lines for those scars, so even if you're not a skilled painter, they will pop up hard. This is the Ogre Warrior, more longer haired, more kind of coming at you, attacking position. You can see the armor is a lot more detailed here, so they're a more stronger fitting warrior. Also, it's a female sculpt, if you notice, so we do have a little bit of gender mixing. Then we have some big boys. We have 3 big boys. You can see how huge they are compared to even the normal ogres. These are massive. This is the Ogre Commander. Now, what's awesome about these ogres being really big is we get a lot of cool details on them. These guys are just filled with details. These bigger surfaces also make it easier to paint. Look at this skull on this guy. It's so cool. He's got all sorts of different things on him. Bones and blades and armor. Oh, sick. This is the Ogre Champion, another of these, the big 3. We got some scars on him. He has some unique armor to him as well. Really kitted out. He really looks like a gladiator. That mask reminds me of like Conan when he's in the pits, and there's a dude who has a weird face mask. He bites him in the shoulder. This blade, though, in the artwork when it was first released, I didn't realize he's like got an amputated arm, so his whole hand's been replaced with this cool, sick blade. Lastly, we have the Ogre Lord. Once more with some sick details, all kinds of little jewels, decorations, lots of fur. There's cool scarification that they got going on, so like sculpted in tattoos. Obviously they're not tattoos, but that kind of sculpted in decoration. That mace is fearsome. That sick bear pauldron on his shoulder is so cool. Definitely like some kind of dire bear pelt underneath it. You can see running down his back. This is super cool. Not even an attacking pose, but like a commanding pose. That's really cool. Here I'm pointing out some of those scars. They even run onto the chest. We do have furniture coming in with this one. This furniture is pretty unique. I don't think you get a lot of kind of Aztec looking furniture. Immediately I've got ideas for how to paint this. I love this kind of style. I love kind of magical stone is what I would call it. That's the ideas that I'm getting is sort of magical Aztec jade or something. You can see these both have kind of cat faces on there, so they're matching. They're a little iconic. They fit into their setting. So the throne will match the doors, will match the etc. etc. Then we have these interesting new doors to go with the locked doors. You can see they're double sized. They're oversized. They got some torches on one side, some little decals on the opposite side, so you can kind of have some uniqueness going on. But they have a cool function. These doors open! Isn't that sick? Oh, it's so exciting. These little guys. I can't believe it. I guess because it's bigger, I guess they don't have a problem with it, but that's so freaking cool. We have an opening door. Oh, man. I've been waiting for some oversized doors. You can definitely use those in your Hero Quest custom maps and stuff. I think that's super cool. We'll definitely cut down on the murder funnel that most players tend to do. Then we have our druids. You can see that these are halfling druids. We have a male and a female. You can see their size comparison. They're a little bit bigger than a goblin, but a lot smaller than an orc or your standard human guys. So here we're looking at our male. I like that they made him a little grizzled. He's pretty cool. That weapon, though, Dragonlance fans, reminded me of a little hoopak. A little interesting Kender weapon. Really happy with that. Super cool. Loving the detail that they managed to put on these minis. The power stances they got going on. You know, this one for the female, she's casting spells, using magic, looking real strong. The amount of detail they popped into these smaller ones just shows how far Avalon has come from their initial release, from like the Warlock so long ago even. We do have our wolf familiar. Finally, we have a wolf to go along with the heroes. I think in Frozen Horror they introduce a wolf companion, but they don't have a mini for it. So we finally have a mini. You could paint this as a winter wolf companion and double dip, using them as both your winter wolf companion. It just opens up the painting options to you that we've already established in the lore, multiple types of wolves to play with. You don't have to do the brown one. You know what? I think I might do a white wolf when we paint it. I think that would be a lot more interesting. I've already showed you how to do a brown wolf before as well. Want to do a special shout out to my patrons. Your contributions and support have helped me get this expansion. So thank you very much. And if you guys want to join up on there, links are in the description. Check it out. We got some little bonuses. Otherwise, likes and subscribes are appreciated, as well as comments. I'm always trying to be down there with you guys, replying and picking your brains and answering questions, seeing what you got going on. Let me know what you're excited for as the Ogre Horde rises, what you're looking forward to seeing painted. We got a lot of unique figures coming up, so let me know down below. I will see you in the next one. Looking forward to it. Bye-bye!